This conference will now be recorded.
Hello everyone and welcome again to this new session. So let us wait for other candidates also to join. Let us wait for a couple of more minutes. Okay guys, let me quickly start with the attendance. So I can see here Kruti, Kevin, Priyanka, Chinmay, Upama and Pahlavi. So let me just quickly mark it. Okay. Okay. So I marked the attendance. Okay. So okay, great. So again, hello everyone, and welcome again to this new session. So I have marked your attendance, and let us start with the questions. So if you have any question that you want to ask, any blocker,
I have a question.
yeah.
All right, so I was working for the Terraform and then I got this error. I did exactly the same thing what you were doing, but I don't know what happened.
So let me do one thing. Let me share the access with you. You can show this with on your screen.
Sure.
Make presenter. Yes.
All right. So over here, this error about the subnet ID.
Okay. Invalid subnet ID. Okay. So what are you doing here? What are you creating?
The Terraform, I uploaded, I mean, all of the codes that you shared with us. And then when I tried to run the code Terraform apply, that's the error I got.
No, what code you are trying to execute? What you are trying to bringing up? Is it the VPC? Is it RDS or what?
No, I just did Terraform apply this one.
No, that's fine. But
Mhm.
what is this created? Can you do ls-l?
Sure.
Okay, provide terraform.tf state. So you're trying to bring this instance up, right?
Yes,
Okay. Can you open this instance.tf file?
sure. Which one? Instance?
.tf. So first of all, do you have any idea, any thing that you can think of why this error is coming?
Uh, it should
But
be the subnet error. And I looked into the subnet. I copied and pasted the subnet from AWS like the way you did it,
mhm.
but it wasn't working.
Can you go to your this AWS also?
Sure. Sorry. Here it is. So I tried the first one, it wasn't working. So I tried the second one and it's still not working.
Okay. Okay. Can you uh, okay, can you go to the left side? On the left side there would be no, on the left side.
Hmm.
This is I think. Ah, right, this one. So subnet. Okay. Now can you go back? Wait. Can you scroll to the right side?
Sure. Over here?
No. I mean, on the upper part, yeah. Okay. Now go to the left side again. Now go back to your terminal. Okay. Now open the and first of all, can you run the command AWSIAM uh, this get
Get
user
user.
get hyphen user. There is no
Oh, sorry.
space in between. Okay. Hmm. And can you run one command vim?
Sure.
Okay, I think that's fine. Um, this is fine. Vim. Okay, let's do one thing. Vim tilde slash dot aws slash config. No, slash. It's not
Oh, sorry.
aws. Yeah. Enter. Yeah, this is tilde only, right? But that's you
Oh, sorry.
enter. Yeah. US East 2. Okay. Now go back. Okay. So now open your Terraform instance.tf. Vim instance.tf. And did you also change the security group also?
Yes, I did.
And it's the same from your current one, right?
Yes,
Can we check it once again?
sure. All right, so the subnet is this one. Security group. This one.
Security group seems to be different, I think.
All right, let me try this one. Should I try running it?
And WS key. Just give me a moment, huh?
Sure.
Yeah, now please try running it.
It's still giving us the error.
Can we try to use the different VPC ID? No, this is about subnet ID. The subnet, yeah. Can you try to use the different subnet ID?
Sure. So I did the first one, it wasn't working. The second one's not working. I can try third one.
US East 2. Yeah, should work. No, but can you go back again? Wait, wait. Can you go back to your AWS?
Uh, mhm.
Subnet ID is that should work. Okay. Can you try now? Yeah. Run it. Before this one, do one more thing. And wait, and yeah, yes, give yes.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, actually, I was thinking. Okay. Apply and give yes. Where is
I think the problem on the comma. Erase the double quote and put it again. I think
okay? Can you do it again? Can you open the Terraform.tf?
Sure. So this one.
What? Which one you are saying? Oh,
just retype. Yeah, the comma. Yeah, the both comma. Just erase and put. Let's try. No different issue.
everything seems to be fine here. So open your what else we can check? Open your this one wars file.
Sorry,
War
which
file.
one?
No, no. On the terminal, open your war file. Can you do ls-l?
Sure. It might be a lot.
No, no, no. So, so you was inside the folder on the no, not here.
Uh-huh.
Upama on the EC2 Linux box. Can you close this one? Close this git bash. Yeah. Here only. Can you do ls-l?
Oh yeah,
So there is a watch.tf. Can you open this?
sure.
Now the problem is here. So can you put here US East 2 instead of West? Put US
Oh,
East 2 in the default.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, here, yes, US East 2.
Should I
Now
run it?
run it. Yeah, yeah. Save, come back. Now run it. Um, what it is saying? What region? Can you open again your WAS file? Hmm.
Sure.
I think you added something down. In the next line, you added I think. What is this? Yeah,
Yes. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Save and come out of it. Um,
I think I should change it and the other one too. Because the reason I think it's going to be different on the instance.
mm-hmm. Enter. So let's comment this one for now. Comment your AMI because maybe for US East 2 region, we need to put the different. Oh no, no, no. Come out of it and then go inside the wars. Open the wars again. Yeah, enter.
Okay.
Here, US East 2. We do not have for US East 2 in the default section. So what I done, I have put it for US East 1, West 1, and West 2 only.
Okay. So should
So
I comment it out?
yeah, yes, in the instance.tf, please comment that. Come out of it,
Okay.
exit from here, vim instance.tf, comment your AMI. So now why we are commenting, it will take the default
Okay.
AMI. So I think it should be the okay. I think it should also work. So come save and come out and then run the Terraform apply.
Yeah. It says the AMI was not found.
AMI is required. Okay. So give me a moment. Let me just, or we can also, you can also do AMI for US East 2 region. Okay. Can you go to the browser?
Sure.
Open new tab. So here we can type as AMI for US East 2 region.
Sorry.
Okay. We can take Ubuntu also, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Click on it. Go down. US East to find out US East 2. Hmm,
Mhm.
yeah. Yes. So for this one, we have one. Just hold on this page, please don't move.
Sure.
We have 16.04. Okay. Can you scroll down now? Need it for 18 at least. Okay. Can you scroll up? Scroll up. Yeah. Do we have it for 18 also? 18.04. No. Okay. Let us take this one only. Let us try. Yeah.
Okay.
Go to the first instance. Yeah. US East 2. We have. Um, okay. Copy the AMI ID.
This one, right?
This one. Yes. Yeah. Go back. Go in. Go inside the was.tf. Add one more line similar to this one. US East 1. Add one more line. US East 2. Similarly, no, don't leave any space in between.
For some reason, I don't know. I don't know why I'm not being able to do it. Let me
No,
type it
it's
in.
no, it's easy. Yeah, you are already in insert mode. No, go to the yes here. US East 2. Go back.
Good.
Yes, that should be fine. Yes. Okay. Now come out of it. Save. Yeah. W. And then go inside your instance or TF. Uncomment that AMI. Yes. Now run it.
I think now it's created.
Yes. Let us wait. It will take a moment. Can you go to your AWS?
Sure.
It will be started there.
This one.
Yeah, one instance is coming up. Yes. Okay. So now you are good, right?
Yes, thank you.
Sure, no problem. Any other question?
No, that was it.
Okay.
Let me stop sharing.
Mhm. Okay. So guys, I let me refresh it quickly because I do not have now the controls, the upper level controls. It will be a quick.
Oh, yeah, no more.
Okay. So now we are fine. Um, so I will actually I did not have shared yesterday's session recording. Also, I will share that one. And any other question from anyone else?
I have one blocker.
Yes, please ask.
Um, yeah. So while I mean on the Kubernetes only, when I started that mini cube start, and then we have to do give the driver name, right? So I mean,
Yes,
what will I give for EC2 user?
for EC2 user.
Yes.
No, no, EC2 user, we are not giving EC2 user here. We are giving any virtualization environment.
Mm-hmm.
That is what we have to give. We have to give the provider.
Yes, but on EC2 user we don't use any virtual box, I guess.
Okay, so you are you mean to say that you are spinning up on the EC2 instance, right?
Yes.
Then you have to install the VirtualBox. Maybe it's quick. So quickly install VirtualBox on your EC2 instance
Mm-hmm.
and then give that.
Okay, then I will install that Minikube and kubectl, right?
Yes, right.
Okay, okay, then I will do
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So in on your EC2 instance,
Mm-hmm.
quickly install the VirtualBox
Mm-hmm.
and then install. Maybe you can install it later also, but install Minikube first. Minikube start. So you will be having your one node cluster up and running. Then you can install kubectl and obviously Minikube needs to be installed first. Kubectl you can install later.
No, while I have installed Minikube, but when I am typing that Minikube start, it is showing me that unable to determine a default driver to use.
Right. So that this is again I'm saying this is because default driver is VirtualBox. You did not have installed VirtualBox, and that's why it is giving the error. But then you can try the KVM also. Let me check quickly. Okay, kubectl. Okay. Because I did not have ran it on KVM, but I know like on the sudo apt install CPU checker. Okay. So you your EC2 instance is the RHL box or the Ubuntu?
It's the Linux, I guess, Amazon Linux.
Amazon Linux. Okay. Mhm. So because it's a long process, so let's do this way. So you install VirtualBox quickly on your AC2 machine,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can just try Minikube start. You don't have to give hyphen VM hyphen driver as VirtualBox because it will take as a default.
Okay, okay. Then I mean,
Yeah.
after installing that one, then after I will just I don't have to install that once again, right?
Which one?
Minikube, kubectl.
No, Minikube again. So Minikube you need to install. That is how you can be able to run the Minikube command. So
Mm-hmm.
install Minikube, install VirtualBox, and run your Minikube cluster, and then install kubectl also.
Okay.
Well, why? Because Minikube will give you cluster. Which cluster? Kubernetes cluster. So how to deal with this Kubernetes cluster? kubectl is the tool that will give you the power to deal with the Kubernetes cluster.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That is why we have to install it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
So any other question, guys? Uh, actually, this session I will take it for a doubt session. Um, because I got the request from the team also. So it would be for you because I think they are going through the sessions, lot of interviews questions and they are interviewing you. So this will be for the doubt session. So any question, please ask here.
So, what you teach us yesterday in a
Mm-hmm.
because I cannot concentrate on the last class.
Mm-hmm.
So, can you give me a short uh, step by step what you actually teach us yesterday?
Okay. So what I will do is, I have created that documentation also. So that documentation I have created the step by step. I mean, how to deal with the Kubernetes cluster, how you can create your deployments, you can do the rolling deployments, and what is the process to roll back your deployments also. And then about the persistent storage, persistent volume claim, everything is there. I have spent a lot of time to create that one. So I will share that with you. But in the meantime,
Okay.
just to give you a background, what we have done yesterday is, yesterday we have created the production ready, highly available cluster, Kubernetes cluster. So we created it with the one master and two nodes. But I have experience working with the five master and nine nodes also because our application workload was big. So, and those five master and nine nodes were the big machines. I think it was T3 dot large machine, I think. This cluster was taking up our workload. We deployed the application and then we used to do the deployments also. So yesterday I have created one master and two node cluster, and then I shown you I have deployed one simple Nginx uh, deployment on it. And once I deployed on it, I have shown you the Nginx front page. I mean the page that on that one you can be able to see the Nginx deployment. So that was simple. Similarly, you can deploy your application also. It was just an example. So similarly, you have to write your YAML file properly. So like, I have created the kind as deployment and then I have written the service also. Now you know that why we need to write the service, because we need to uh, expose the running application on the cluster also on some port. And we use the yesterday we have used the load balancer, and in the minikube we have used the node port. And yesterday we have used the load balancer where our application was running and we were able to see our application on the load balancer.
Okay, thank you. You have the video, right? Last class, because I didn't receive it yet.
Yes. Yeah. So I have the recording. So it was in two parts actually. If you remember that, some yesterday some
Yeah.
an error occurred. Yeah. So where I have to reboot my machine and then we relogged in. So we have two videos. I will share both the videos with you. Plus,
Yes, please.
I will share the YAML configuration file for the Nginx also, and then I will also share the Kubernetes reference document
Okay.
with you.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Pahlavi. And any other questions, guys? So I think Kevin, if you remember, I have asked one question in our last to last session, in our last Kubernetes session. So do you find out the solution answer?
Yeah, like you say like two of the commands for the Docker remove, but I couldn't find those commands online, so I don't know. Maybe
Which one?
I heard it wrong. I don't remember the commands. Maybe I heard it wrong, but I couldn't find it online.
Which command you are saying?
For Docker remove, container
No,
removal.
no, when I say Docker remove, it is I mean to say Docker RM.
Yes,
Okay. So you did not find the command Docker RM?
I did. Docker RM is there, but you mentioned some of the tag for that. I don't remember that.
No, I asked you the question, what is the difference between kill-9 and kill-15?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. So try to find out. One thing I can tell you is, so there is a graceful way of shutting down any process or shutting down. So let's say if you want to shut down your machine, there are two ways. If you're in a hurry, what you can do, or what I also used to do is, I used to press the start button for 5 seconds, power button, and then in 5 seconds the my laptop shuts down. This is the this is not the graceful way of shutting down the machine, but there's a more graceful way, which is I can write the command as shutdown -h or -r if I want to reboot. So it will reboot my machine. It is a more graceful way. So it is linked with the same concept. Okay.
I just want to interrupt here. So the kill nine hyphen 9 and hyphen 15, it's related to process, right? Not Docker. You're talking
Right. Yeah, it is related to the process
process
only.
only.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So it was a general question that I asked. And why I asked is because there is a command docker kill and there is a command docker rm. So docker kill, what it will do for you is it will stop and it will remove the container ID. And docker rm, before docker rm we need to stop it, then only we can be able to remove that one. So it's the same thing. Okay. So Kruti,
I
I
have
asked
another
you.
question.
Yeah.
So what would be the VM driver for KVM? What is the name
For,
of the VM driver of KVM?
for KVM, right?
Yeah.
I think I did not have installed it, but if you just go on the web to search for how you can use KVM along with your Minikube. So for that one, I think you need to install some packages, because this virtualization is already in on your machine. You just have to install a few packages, and then you can be able to use that one. So maybe one package is for from the Docker also. There's a package QEMU, and then there's a package Docker hyphen machine, something like that, and then you can be able to use your kvm2 hyphen vm hyphen driver equal to kvm2 with the minikube start. Right.
Okay, I'll find it. Thank you.
Yes. So Kruti, I asked one question from you also. So do you have the answer for it? Okay, maybe I think you have to.
Oh, I got it. It's KVM2. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
running.
yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay, you pinged something here. Mount hyphen TNFS. Okay, so now here's the second question. So if I reboot my machine, would it be there still or what?
What was
Uh,
the question? I didn't understand.
so the question is like, I have mounted one NFS, and I have then I rebooted my machine. So would I still be able to use my network file system or not?
No, no, we can't. Because when you reboot, it will gone.
Yeah, it will go. So how to make it persistent?
So we can put it on FSTF file. We
Yes, yes, right, right. So to make it persistent, we need to add
yeah.
make an entry in the fs tab, etc fs tab file, and there then across the reboot, it will be able to pick up the same mount points. Okay,
Or we
Kruti.
can put the command on rc.local.
Yes, correct. So that's correct, Kruti. Thank you. Thanks, Pelabi. So any other question for today? Okay. So, just a general question, guys. So, are you feeling some level of confidence now? There would be any question that anyone can ask in the organization during the interview also. So, are you feeling some confidence now? If you have any question in your mind, like if you want to understand anything, if you want to know about anything, please let me know. This is our good time. We can discuss those things now. Okay. Okay, so no problem. So what I will do is, tomorrow I will start with the Azure, and it will be. I think it should not take much time. What I was thinking is, I will show you how to create your instances the same way we used to create on the AWS. How you can create your instances in Azure, And then, if time permits, I will show you how we can be able to enable it through the Terraform, how we can be able to automate through the Terraform the way we have done it on the AWS. So this is what I wanted to show you, because Azure is nowadays is being asked, and it is being adopted by a lot of organizations. There are few organizations who are moving from AWS towards Azure. So Azure is getting a lot of traction for the last 1 year. So I will show you that on the Azure. But in the meantime, if you get in the meantime, you create your account on the Azure the same way you have created on the AWS. Please create. It's a free account that they provide. Create your account. It would be easy for us to just go through the practicals also. And for today, guys, there are first, the team have asked me um, for the doubt session today, because they're going through the interview. They think that candidates are good in, maybe good in practicals, but they need to have theoretical knowledge also good. So that's why I'm taking this session. Plus, my Azure credential, there is some problem with that one. Otherwise, I would have started today itself. By today, tomorrow, I'll make sure that my account would be up and running. And so these are the things. So if you have any question, please ask me. Otherwise, we are good for today.
Okay.
So it's a short one, but yeah.
I don't have any questions related to topics right now, but I do have questions related to the process we are going through with the DJ Infotech.
Right, right.
Is it okay if I ask those questions to you?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, see, what I talked to Sean, he mentioned that I won't be facing any interview. I mean, the mock interview I did, it was pretty basic, and I felt it was like I was confident with that. But
Mm-hmm.
he did mention that I won't be giving the interview with the client because I may not be able to give it properly because I don't have that kind of knowledge. And then
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, they're like he mentioned explained the process, which I'm quite not comfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, because if I won't be giving any interview, then I may not have any idea about the work. And since my background is I'm fresher, I mean, I can say myself as a fresher with
Okay.
DevOps and everything. So it would be too difficult to survive there, thinking that I may not even crack an interview itself, then what would I do going in the organization? So, like the people who have done this course, who you worked with, what was their experience? Like they might have shared with you, or you might have came to know in a way, one or the other. So, is there anything you would like to share?
Yeah, so actually this is the process. Just try to understand it. So it's, I am putting my best effort to give you all the knowledge about how you can be able to work in the real environment. This is first thing. Second, we have the second process where there is uh, a team of interviewers who will take interview on your behalf. It will be a proxy call. So I also have given such interviews for the candidates, and these are the successful ones. So you would be, maybe if it's a video call, you would be sitting there, and then your voice would be redirected. I mean, you would not be speaking anything. The voice from the proxy, it will be redirected as your voice. So this is the one way where you know you would not go for the interview, but you will be given all the assistance. So don't worry, like because we have a successful track record of onboarding almost everyone, uh, so which who completes the sessions, everyone got the call, got the job. And then once you are in the job, then you will get the support. So during for first month you will get the support. So and that's what I have few of my uh, what I can say, candidate students. So I am supporting them. So like one of them was very good in conversation, in communication, and he had the background from the construction. And now till last month I was supporting him, and now he is very good. He settled down there actually. He created that kind of confidence in the managers, in his colleagues. So now he's good. So same thing with everyone also. Once you are good in the organization, then you can take it forward from there. You don't have to have any support after that one. But yeah, so proxy call would be there. It is not because maybe Sean should not have told you this, that you would not be able to take this interview, or you are not do not have that kind of knowledge. But what I can tell you is that you have all the knowledge, but then it is purely from the idea of getting you the job. Maybe when you will sit, you will get the job, that doesn't matter. But proxy will definitely going to get a job for you. And then once you are in, there will be support to support you. And then for after 1 month, if you feel that you are now comfortable, then you stop taking the support, and then you will be on your own. This is how it works actually. And here I want to tell you that don't take it on you that you do not have that kind of skill, that you will not be able to crack the interview. You have everything, you have that skill with you. But then it is just with the idea that once you are onboarded, then you can be able to apply all your knowledge and understanding in your work. So does that answer your question, Priyanka, to some level?
Yeah,
I have a
thank
question
you.
coming.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
like, we'll be going on a senior role or like a junior role? I don't understand
No,
because
that
you'll be
depends
putting.
on. Yeah, now here that depends on your experience. So if you want to show some prior experience, I think they need to talk to you, and you need to talk to them. At what
Yeah, because
experience
I don't have any prior
you don't have any
experience for.
experience, right?
Yeah,
But then in your resume, what you are showing, you are showing fresher, or you are showing like 1 or 2 years of experience.
in which resume? In my resume,
Yeah.
it is a fresher.
No, when you say fresher, so when have you completed your graduation?
Just this December.
This December, and you do not want to show any. Okay, so it would be fresher then. Don't worry, because
No, because
we have.
I'm confused. If we go on a senior role, then if on the first day, if they expect us to be doing like, because right now you're just spoon feeding us, right? So at that time, I know that you'll be giving support at the night or whatever, but at that moment, if he gives us some work, so how do we tackle that? That is like a main question. Because after 1 month, I think we can just move, we can just settle in. But for 1 month, like, will it be too tough, or how is the workflow over there?
First of all, Mohammed, if you have completed your graduation now, then you would not be able to show the experience, right?
Yeah.
So if you're going on the fresher, there would not be much of the expectation. But yeah, they are expected at least that you are aware of all the technologies, well versed with these technologies, and then it would be a bit easy for you to start working on it. This is what they expect, and this is what they will clear on in the during the interviews also. And then once you get the job as a fresher, maybe then you will get the support also for some time, for 1 month. If you want to, if you don't want this support before 1 month, you can leave that one also. That's not a problem. That's a good thing for us, like you are now able to work on your own. So this is about, if you are fresher, then you would be fresher. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Yes. So any other question?
So I have some query.
Mm-hmm.
So so can you show us how the developer team and the testing team communicate with us, and how they give us their requirement, and how we provide the service to them? Can you show us some example like that?
Okay. So
You got a request and you provide the service like day-to-day task.
let, let me try to address this. So this is a Slack channel, right? Are you able to see my screen?
It's coming. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, now it's coming.
Okay. So on my screen, you can see the Slack channel on the left side. And on the left side, you can also see that this is a team Mavericks. This is a team Code Brewers Byte Almighty. And then you can also see there's a channel for QA BAT. This is the testing. Here we have all the QA guys in these channels. Here we have the developers, and we have the QA guys also in the team channels. So how we need know how we interact with them is on this Slack only. Obviously, if we are sitting towards beside each other, then the communication becomes a bit easy. But if we are sitting across the different geographical location, like we have a team in Vegas, so the Slack is a very good way of communication. So here we can put all our requirements. Like if developers need something, they can put here their requirement. And then there's a second way of creating the jiras also. So this is one of the jira where you can see that I got a request from the development team. They need a new queue environment for their project, for the new initiative that they're going to start. So I will start
They
working on
call the environment like AUT, right? Application under test, right? But they use QAT.
QAT. Yeah.
But its
So
general terms is AUT, right?
no, no, not the AUT. It's UAT, user acceptance test environment. You can say.
Okay.
So it's UAT, it's QAT. That's not a big thing because different companies have their different terminology for their environments. So that doesn't matter. Like in our here, what we used to do is we have the dev environment, we then have the Q environment, and then we have the staging environment, and then I staging solves the same purpose of somewhere like it is similar to the UAT, and then we have the production. So we kept it simple: dev, QAT, staging, and production. So in the development environment, it is just a basic environment. We do not have all the services in the HA mode. QA environment, we have the services in the HA mode, and then we have the staging. Staging is just the replica of the production, so that when you deploy on the staging environment, the application will be tested with all the performance metrics, and then once we got the sign off, then we can deploy it on the production environment. So the terminology would be different, QAT, UAT, but the idea is same. So
Okay.
coming back to the same thing, like here we have the requirement on the Jira also. Here they mentioned that this is what they require, and then I will start working on it. I have created this subtask, I have assigned it to my team members here, and then we take it from here. So this is the second way how we used to communicate with the developers. Like I said, that if developers are sitting beside us, it is more easy in terms of communication. I can reach out to them because we have a kind of advanced concept, agile concept here. Now try to understand this thing also. We have an advanced agile concept where we have divided our in the teams into when I say teams, our development team into persistent team. Now one persistent team consists of 6 to 7 developers, 2 QAs, one BA, one Scrum Master, and one DevOps. So from here, like in our Bangalore, we have 3 persistent teams, and parallelly, I have assigned 3 DevOps point of contacts to these persistent teams. So this makes it very easy for us to start on an initiative on any change, and then work together and then complete those changes in quick time period, in the sprint time period. If you see it, with the broader traditional way of working, we have a very big development team. We are working in on a change, a big change, and then we are working on that change day in day out for many months. And then when it comes to deployment, if it fails, then it's again a lot of rework, lot of things to complete. But when I talk about the persistent team, here we are working in a small changes, and we are deploying these small changes on the weekly basis. It is more better development, it is more better deployment strategy also, and working strategy also, to make our all the sprints, to make our all the uh, you know uh, to increase the efficiency of our delivery. So this is the concept, and this is how we are communicating also. Now developers, I need to talk to developers for their requirement, and then once they are done, so we need to involve the QAs also, so that they can test the application. Now they want the this application to be deployed on the QA machines. There they will test it.
So when we get a request from them, then what basic things we have to ready for them, like common for every development team, like one Jenkins, one container like this.
It depends
And
on, it depends on organization to organization. But then like I said that Jenkins, these are from the tool perspective. Jenkins and from the CI/CD perspective, obviously they require the full level of automation, complete automation pipeline, where we have the Jenkins or maybe Bamboo, which is integrated with the Sonar Cube. Sonar Cube will show the code coverage matrix.
yeah,
Now, code coverage is could be treated as one of the deciding factor for your artifact, where we can say that now it's a safe and sound to deploy on in the production environment. So code coverage, we have set it up the matrix, like if last three builds are successful and the code coverage is greater than 65 percentage. So this is one of the metric. Second, we have the HP45 also. HP45 is used to scan through all the dependencies, all the artifact for any application vulnerability. So if it founds, it will inform you, and it will maybe according to the matrix that we set, it will fail your build also. So this is the second important matrix, and then after we have gone through it, we will create the RPMs, create the artifact, and then we'll deploy on the QA machine so that the same artifact would be tested. Once we will get the sign off from the QA managers, QA team, that yeah, artifact is good, then we can just go ahead to first save it in the Nexus, and then we can deploy it on the target machines. So this is the typical. I mean, it's a more modern, I can say, modern CI/CD pipeline for the development team.
okay,
Now, did you get that now?
yeah, I got it.
Okay. And then there are a lot of things that will change from organization to organization. If someone is already using the cloud-based version of the Jenkins, there they would be having different plugins, and maybe they have the different. So I remember that when I was working with the RBC, Royal Bank of Canada, so there we have had the Urban Code Deploy, which is one of the deployment tool. We also have had the Urban Code Release. So we have the tool for managing our releases. We have the tool for managing our deployments. And that Urban Code Deploy is a very comprehensive tool. So we have integrated it with the Jenkins. Jenkins will take care of our all the the builds, and then integration with the Sonar Queue, integration with the Nexus, and then uploading the artifact, creating the artifact and uploading it, and then immediately Urban Code Deploy will be triggered to trigger the deployment on the target machine as per the environments. So it depends on organization to organization. If they are using some automation tools, then integration is a big point. We need to work toward that, and then seamlessly we can be able to deploy on demand basis.
One more thing. So you talk about Bitbucket. What is Bitbucket?
So what is GitHub?
GitHub is version control tool, like source code management tool.
Exactly. So, similarly, Bitbucket is also a version control tool, and it is actually the Atlassian tool stack, Atlassian tool. So we have onboarded Atlassian for our requirement. That means we have the Jira. We are also using the Bitbucket. So Bitbucket is similar to GitHub. The difference is it is being provided by the Atlassian. And then it have a great integration with the Jira. It have a great integration with the Bamboo also, and with the Confluence. Like if you remember, I was telling you, like we have a process here. When I will start working on a ticket, I need to create the feature branch. Now this there's a functionality that from the Jira ticket itself I can be able to create the feature branch. So this is the level of integration that Atlassian provides for their tool. And then creation of PR is also easy. So from the same link which you use to create the branch, from there only you can be able to create the pull request.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one more thing, if a testing team asks for parallel execution, like they need Selenium grid or Source Lab type things, then how we provide them for parallel platform? Say they want to test same thing on different machine, different explorer like Mozilla, like Chrome.
Mm-hmm. So what do you want from me? What we have to do?
If they ask for parallel execution server or something like that, they need something for parallel execution, then how we provide this kind of support? QA.
Um, I do not know about it, but what I can tell you is, maybe we can give them the environment. We can create the environment, and then we can give them the environment for if they have this kind of requirement. So within that environment, we deploy the application, and then we ask them to just run their all the testing in that environment.
Okay. We give them a box, right? The box, then
Yeah,
they do
yeah,
whatever they want.
right. Okay, that is great. So, any other question?
I have a question. So in
Yeah.
Jenkins, when where we were like physically, like we were starting the build, and then we did the automation for deployment. So like in actually in the infrastructure, how does it happen? Like because I know uh, DevOps doesn't do build every time or every day or every minute or something. How does it happen? Like if for say if the any website is running it, it runs continuously, right? So they
Mm-hmm.
don't do build for that, right? So how does it work actually? So like in
Uh,
Jenkins, when we did that game of life program project, so we
uh-huh.
like we did the build and then later we deployed
Mm-hmm.
it. But when we were doing build every
Right.
time, we have to refresh that page of the Tomcat server.
Right.
So like normally we don't refresh, like as a user I don't refresh any website every time I'm going to use it, right? So how does it happen in the industry? Like how does it work?
So first of all, it depends on the business model also. Like we have a banks who do not do the deployments very frequently. They have a release chart for the year, and they will deploy maybe the very aggressive deployment strategy, but which I can tell you is they can deploy on the weekly basis, but they will never go with the deployment multiple times a day. Wherever the different model business model, like the we have the Netflix, maybe we have the Amazon also. They used to do the deployments, stat says that they used to do the deployments 1,000 times also a day. So they have a different model where it supports their model to deploy it. Now, when they're deploying 1,000 times a day, then we need to have some automation pipeline where whenever the developer check in their codes instantly, maybe if it's a Jenkins will pick up the change and it will start building it. Now we need to make sure that these changes should be the gated check-in changes. Like, it should not be like, they have checked in their changes and then the build will start failing. In this way, we need to have the gated check-in process where build should run before also on the changes, and once it is passed, then only they can be able to check in their changes. So let's say, all the changes are gated, and then so whenever they will check in, the build will be start, and then it will go through the complete life cycle which I've told you, like the Sonar Cube, the HP45, then creation of the package, deploying it on the target QA machine. So it is called continuous testing. So we will test the package completely, and then once it satisfy all the metrics, then only we can go ahead to deploy it on the staging also. Same thing happens on the staging. Once it will pass from there, it will be deployed on the target machines in the production. So this is how we create the continuous deployment and continuous delivery. Just understand this one also. So here, this is like the Netflix is the best use case for the continuous integration, continuous testing, and continuous deployment and continuous delivery, where we need changes to be there multiple times a day. But when we say bank do not require this model, then we call it on demand deployment. On demand deployment, we have uh, you know we have created a chart where we say that, on 5th of every month we will do the deployment for our product. We will roll out a product. That product may be related to wealth management or capital markets, or it may be an insurance product also. So this is how we used to do the production deployment for banking model also. So it is on demand basis. When I say on demand basis, that it means that, we need to deploy it in the production boxes, and if something happens there, we have the rollback process to roll back it also. So basically, it's purely based on the business model, uh, where it is mandatory to have some robust deployment strategy plus automation pipeline also. So did I answer your question, Priyanka?
Uh, a little bit, I guess. So, like, the thing I'm thinking is, like, when we did deployment in Tomcat server, that time we took the war file and then we copied it when we did it manually. So when we did automation, we used that war file, we copied it. So the same thing happens in actual environment, like in your case, say, when the project is built at I think QA environment. So after that, when it goes to staging, then only WAR file is taken from that environment, or the whole project goes into staging. Everything again, the build, testing, everything happens again, and then
war
in
file
production, the same thing.
war file plus the configuration files, because there may be some environment changes also that we need to deploy on the, like, QA would be having the different environment changes, then staging would be having the different environment file and changes. So along with the package, we need to take the files also. And then, just see this way also, like whenever you roll out some change, obviously you need to update your page also. So we did not have noticed it, because whenever you visit a website, it will load everything for you. And then if new product needs to be launched, then you are not always on the same page. Maybe that's why you have not noticed, but it's a simple logic. Whenever you have some changes for your application, you need to refresh it. You have noticed this because we have tested it on a game of life project, where it is a simple project where we have to update refresh the page to see those changes. But when it comes to some websites, once you log in there, it will show you the changes. And if it's a new change, then obviously we need to refresh it also.
Okay. And then this question is related to the same thing, like same thing we achieve it with the containers as well in Docker. So with the containers, we package application and then with all the requirement, of course, with the configuration files, whatever it needs. So the
Mhm.
same container will be there in the Q8 environment, and then we have to create the same image. Like we get the image and then we create the container again in staging, and then we do the same thing again in production, right? Or they will just take the container if everything is working fine, then they'll just take that from QA environment, because I know we
No,
cannot
no,
transfer containers from
no.
one environment to other.
No, again, image is what we will spin up in the containers. We cannot take the containers from one
Containers.
environment to the another
Yeah.
environment.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so we have to deploy our images.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
So
And
one more
then,
thing, you just told me that you just told there is a metrics, right? Metrics for execution. So how can you set the metrics on Jenkins? Where we set put it on the metric?
can you repeat that, please, Pallavi?
So I want to know how you set the metrics on where in Jenkins or where you set
Metrics?
the metrics.
No, I did not have said metrics. No, are you talking about the Netflix?
Metrics. You just told that for the published when we build the package, so there is
Uh-huh.
certain requirement like some metrics to build.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, sorry. Matrix. Okay. So matrix, like, when you deploy your package, there should be some matrix which will tell you, or which will automatically be able to understand that now this artifact is safe and sound to be deployed on the target machine. So what should be those matrix which will enable your decision? So one of the matrix could be the SonarQube matrix, the code coverage matrix, where it says that like for your artifact, last three builds are running fine, last three builds should be successful. And then the code coverage, so code coverage is one of the matrix. It says that if it is greater than 65 percentage, or if it is greater than 85 percentage, then only we can take this artifact to the production.
So
Otherwise
we can
otherwise
check it manually, right? We need to check it manually, or there is some script which
no,
checks
there
it
is complete,
automatically.
no, there is complete automation. So first of all, we can have the automation, the Jenkins itself. Like if the code coverage is below 85, fail the build. Simple. So build will be failed, artifact would not be created. If the code coverage is greater than 85, then only go ahead to pass the build, make it successful, create the package, and then go for the HP45 scanning also. So this is the matrix which we are setting as a as a criteria to move forward.
Okay, this matrix we will going to set it on the configuration file, right? Or
uh,
the
we can
Jenkins.
we can set it up on the Jenkins, and then SonarQube also have the provision of having the matrix. Then in our case, if you ask me, we have a release platform where we are setting up, if the package which is showing up on the release platform, it if have the coverage greater than 75, then only we can move that package from our dev environment or Q environment to the upper environments. Otherwise it will disable that option to move this package to the upper environments.
Those kind of configuration we need to put on the Jenkins itself, right?
Yes, yes,
Jenkins
yes.
has an option for this, right?
Right, Jenkins has the option for that one.
It's a plugins or something. We didn't see those things, right, on the
um
Sonar team.
no, you can set it up, like if I show you, if you are seeing my screen, um Jenkins, I've done it, sometime back. It's been a lot of years now. So it was for uh, Jenkins code coverage percentage criteria. You can see adding code coverage and other metrics. Let me check if it's the same. Yeah, there would be some plugin here. So like in your inside your code, what you can enable is that it's Kobertura. You can write the uh, there's a another. So Kobertura is basically to measure the code coverage for your code. And then yeah, these are the metrics you can see here. It is on the Jenkins itself. Code coverage matrix targets. So I was saying that if it is uh, like if it is more than 75 percentage, in some criteria we have the 80 percentage also. If it is more than 75, then only make it successful, otherwise fail it. So in this way we can be able to set up our criteria. Now it will
Excellent.
create, yeah, it will create the coverage.xml. In this coverage.xml, it will tell you the coverage percentage. And according to that percentage, once we set up the criteria here, we can make our builds fail or successful. So if after these criteria, if our build is successful, we can be rest assured that with the package that is now created, that is now built, it is a very good package, and it is the package which we can be able to deploy on our target, on our production machines. So it will show you like this. Oh wow, so it have shown the game of life only. So you can include that, this one also. And here it can show you file coverage summary also, and code coverage. Right, did you get it, Pelabi?
So from where he took the coverage from the SonarQube or
No,
the
no, no.
plugins itself?
So this is the file coverage.xml. Now SonarQube with a very fine dashboard. I can say SonarQube is an application which shows you not just the coverage percentage; it shows you the other metrics also. Here you are seeing just the coverage matrix. So
Okay.
yeah, SonarQube is a enhanced tool. It's a big tool. It's enterprise level tool. But here we are using just the plugins only. And SonarQube also take the same coverage file, coverage.xml, to show you the code coverage percentage. Right?
Okay.
Okay, great. Okay, guys, any other question? Okay, great. So again, from my side, I would say that don't worry about the proxy calls. It is just for you, and don't underestimate just because of these proxy calls. If someone says something, it doesn't mean that you do not have that knowledge, that talent. Obviously, you have everything, but the interview is different. So what our focus is, whatever the calls we will get for you, we just try to convert it into this success. So once you are in, then you are on your own. Maybe you require support for 1 month or maximum for 2 months, but then after that you will be working on your own. So don't think that if someone is taking proxy call, that underestimate your capability. Okay, so if we are good for today, guys, then okay. But it's a very, for me, I think today we have had a very uh, fruitful session because we can get many things from the technology back perspective. We can get many things on the Google, on the YouTube, on the blogs also. But sharing this kind of information and knowledge, it is something which which you cannot get from the web. So just come up with these questions, and then you will feel that, I mean, now you're getting more confidence, not from the technology perspective, but from overall perspective. Okay. So now, if you do not have any question, then we are good for today. Tomorrow, we will directly start with the Azure, and this will be the last one. Tomorrow, I will try to wrap up everything, and then very soon you will start taking the calls also. So thank you so much, guys, for joining today. Tomorrow we will start with the Azure, and then we'll complete that one. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you.